Transformers is the best thing ever, and dinosaurs fucking rule too. So what happens when you stick them together? You get the Dinobots. Because they'll be quick, I decided today I'll start with the 1985 Carbots and the 2 Deluxe vehicles. Then the Dinobots. P.S. I know I talked fast, but if I didn't, this video would be very long. But first, I forgot someone. When doing the mini-bots, I completely forgot about shoulder weakness himself, the invincible Iron Brawn. Brawn turns into a Toyota J60, 4,675mm long, 1,800mm tall. Short and to the point, he's an odd length plus height, as his legs are still as tall as a car. Really weird version of a length plus height, but you know, the rest of the car just stands up. That makes him around 6,475mm, or 6.5 meters rounded up, or 21.2 feet. Now anyway, the Autobots of 1985 are Grapple, Hoist, Inferno, Red Alert, Skids, Smokescreen, and Tracks. Grapple and Inferno have the same alt mode with some minor alterations, and yes, it's the exact same in canon and not just in toy, as the official toy just says it's the same. They transform into a Mitsubishi Fuso fire truck, which also happens to not be accurate to any Fuso that existed at the time. Thanks Takara, I spent hours on this one. So because I have to take an educated guess, I'm going to label them as a Mitsubishi Fuso SM617, because I found specs of them and they look somewhat similar, so yay. The Mitsubishi Fuso is 2,665mm tall and 8,705mm long. Unsurprisingly, he's another length plus height. His arms are also as long as the truck itself. Basically, the whole thing just stands up really. Inferno and Grapple are around 11,370mm, or 11.4 meters rounded up, or 37.4 feet. Hoist, Red Alert, and Smokescreen we've technically already done. Their vehicle modes are the same as Trailbreaker, Sideswipe, and Plow/Bruce Streak, respectively, and they have the exact same transformations. As such, their measurements are on screen, and I couldn't be bothered going through the formulas again. Skids and Tracks then. Skids transforms into a Honda City AA, a 1,460mm tall and 3,380mm long thing that gets smushed. Skids, in all of his infinite wisdom, decided to barely ever show up, and still he just uses a basic height plus length transformation. He's 4,840mm, or 4.8 meters, or 15.7 feet. Now I can get past his character nobody cares about. Wait, what do you mean IDW? Tracks becomes a Chevrolet Corvette C3. Originally I pegged him for a C4, but he looks a little more like a C3 to me, I don't know. He's 1,214mm tall and 4,625mm long. His transformation basically just has the car stand up. The bottom folds up a bit, but then his head comes out and stuff like that, but in essence the car just kinda gets up. From what I can tell, the most he gets is an extra 1/3 the length of the car becoming his upper legs. So that's 6,012.5mm, or 6 meters tall, or 19.685 feet. That's it for the car robots, but now the deluxe vehicles. Whirl and Roadbuster. Whirl transforms into a Bell AH-1 Cobra attack helicopter. That's 4,112mm long and 1,620mm tall. Whirl's legs are made of 2/3 of the helicopter's length, then half the helicopter vanishes. His legs also extend a bit, but it's really not much more than what he loses in length from the nose cone between his legs. So that's 2/3 plus 1/2. That'll put him at around 4,806mm, or 4.8 meters, or 15.748 feet tall. Roadbuster, however, is much harder. His toy is this thing, and the only depiction toy-wise with a proper vehicle with actual specs is just a repaint of Cybertron Earth Defense Hotshot. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to put him in the hypothetical situation that his Cybertronian vehicle has the exact same dimensions as that one, even though it definitely doesn't. What the hell else am I going to do? However, the transformation will be considered the same as the actual toy. I mean, I'm just saying this vehicle now hypothetically has the same dimensions as this one. Roadbuster has the dimensions of an M1117 armored security vehicle, 6,000mm long and 2,600mm tall. Once again, he takes 2/3 of his vehicle and makes them his legs, but then folds the other third into his chest. Then a third of those 2/3 gets added in this little extension. So at best, he's only 5,333mm, or 5.3 meters, or 17.3885 meters tall. Feet. Oops. I meant to say feet for that last one. That's small for what I expect for Roadbuster, so I guess you better get going with what everyone came for.
What the fuck is this?
Grimlock, Slag, Sludge, Snarl, Swoop, and for some added flair, you know, just not important stuff, all the other G1 style Dinobots I can use and find and remember. Those being Volcanicus, the combined form, Slash the female Velociraptor, Kakuryu and his drones, and Grimstone's combined form. Let's start with Grimlock. Grimlock transforms into Tyrannosaurus Rex, an 80s Rex, so for this I would assume he was actually like a modern T-Rex and used all those sizes. The largest Tyrannosaurus Rex, Sue, is 12.3 meters long and 3.16 meters tall at the hips. Grimlock's transformation includes doubling the length of the tail and getting rid of the head. Pretty simple overall. Grimlock stands at a decent 17.1 meters or 56.1 feet tall. Slag is a Triceratops. Triceratops are known to grow to be 9 meters long and 3 meters tall. That's a creature as tall as a tiger is long. But length is all that matters. Slag just kind of stands up and adds 50% of his length to height. That's his lower legs there, putting him at 13.5 meters or 44.29 feet tall. Sludge is a Brontosaurus, closely related to the Apatosaurus. They measure up to 22 meters long and could probably step on your entire family if they wanted to. Sludge does lose a lot of that length though. His neck kind of just becomes his back. This is somewhat rectified by him adding half his length to his height as well. Those legs, man. Putting him at 26 meters or 85.3 feet tall. Snarl is a Stegosaurus, another 9 meter long beast, with a car-style height plus length transformation. The legs transformation compensates for the tail's vanishing too. This puts him at 11.75 meters or 38.5 feet. Swoop is really little teeny. He's a Pteranodon. They're this big. His transformation is weird. He doubles in length, removes the head, and then halves his wings. This puts him at only 2 meters or 6.56 feet tall, and gives him a wingspan of 3.125 meters or 10.25 feet. Slash is even smaller. She's a Velociraptor, a tiny 2.07 meters long and 0.5 meters tall. Her transformation is just double her length minus the tail and the head. That's a tiny 1 meter or 3.3 feet tall. That's tiny. Kakuryu is a Styracosaurus, a 5.5 meter long ceratopsian. Kakuryu's transformation involves removing the head and tail, putting him at only 1.99 meters or 6.5 feet. As Grimstone, however, he's a bit different. As a torso, he gets to keep the head, so that's good. That's about 5.34 meters. The drones include a 4.6 meter long Dimetrodon that is not a Spinosaurus, you idiot. Although, with the new finding of the quadrupedal Spinosaurus, I guess maybe, but no. With that head, that's a Dimetrodon. A 9.5 meter long Parasaurolophus, a 4.5 meter long Pachycephalosaurus, and an 8 meter long Ankylosaurus. The Dimetrodon drone adds half its length and is 6.9 meters. The Parasaurolophus adds a third of his height to the length and is 12.7 meters. The Pachycephalosaurus takes the neck off and is 3.5 meters. And the Ankylosaurus takes off his tail and neck to be 4.99 meters. Overall, this would put Grimstone's combined form at 10.33 meters or 33.89 feet, and proportionally he'd look like this. Finally, Volcanicus. Let's start at the bottom and kind of build up like a building. Volcanicus' legs are Sludge and Snarl. Sludge is just the normal creature without the neck. Snarl takes away 1/4, but is otherwise normal for the creature. That makes Sludge 15 meters and Snarl 11.25 meters. Grimlock becomes as tall as a T-Rex, take the legs times 2 plus half the height. It's weird, but it's actually just a way to put him at 16.3 meters tall. We have all we need to determine Volcanicus' height, but let's go to Swoop and Slag. Swoop doubles his height to become a 3.6 meter long thingy, and Slag is just his robot mode with a hand attached. Slag is 13.5. So proportionally he'd look like this, but with some smoothing out and bullshit size shifting, Volcanicus stands at a cozy 31.3 meters or 102.69 feet. Let's get to the height chart. First, slap Brawn on there because I'm sorry. I'll name the car robots, and we'll just put the retools on because no. Then we can add skids at 4.8 meters, tracks at 6 meters, and then Inferno and Grapple at 11.4. Then the Deluxe vehicles, Whirl at 4.8 meters and Rome Buster at 5.3. Finally the Dinobots, Slash at 1 meter, Kakuryu at 1.99 meters, Swoop at 2 meters, Grimmaster at 10.33 meters, Snarl at 11.75 meters, Slag at 13.5 meters, Grimlock at 17.1 meters, Sludge at 26 meters, and Volcanicus at a whopping 31.3, and that's 31.3, 303 with a decimal point, meters. There we have it, the Dinobots. Next time I'll tackle the Coneheads, because that'll be really easy and compensate for the fact I'm also tackling the first 2 triple changes. Pray for me. And then... Shockwave?